Welcome back again to the Lightning Step Couch. My name is Benjamin Turner, behavioral health advocate here at the Global Exchange Conference. Sitting to my left is Tim Roberto, the Community Liaison and Culture Development Rep for Mandala Healing Center based out of West Palm Beach. Tim, thanks for joining us on the couch.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Tim. So when I look at your business card, I see Community Liaison and Culture Development. Tell me more about that. What role do you play within your organization?
Multiple roles, and one of the roles is culture development because we're a large facility, 144 beds. So we have a lot of people there and a lot of clients, and a lot of needs and a lot of disturbances. And, we're a primary mental health and we're also a primary substance abuse. So, there's a lot of, just a lot of moving parts. So me being a guy in long-term recovery, almost 17 years now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I can use my gift and my talents to, pull somebody aside if I need to. Hey, man, I've seen you're a little frustrated or something. Anything I can help you with?
Absolutely.
And I know how to move around. I'm in my 5th year there now, so I know how to help people with their needs, or if they're not, whatever. It's just I develop a culture.
That's a really interesting role to have. And
Yeah,
I think in West Palm Beach, it's really necessary to have that approach to be able to draw in and see the different cultures and be able to invite them into the organization and provide them care. So really appreciate what you're doing. I wanted to ask you a couple questions specifically about cultural competence. What policies or procedures that you may be aware of that could need revising through an equity lens or a cultural lens? Anything you can speak to about that at all?
Housing and stigma.
Okay. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Well, the stigma, I think, is worse than it's ever been. I just do. Because a lot of people don't know I'm in recovery, but I'm out in the community as an advocate like yourself and like a lot of us here at this conference. So, unless I announce who I am or where I come from or what my path or past was, and I hear a lot of junkies and, you don't deserve this and you're just a drunk anyway. That's probably you got what you had deserve. That kind of stuff. And then, the levels of care I think are great. I think it needs to be more long-term.
Okay.
Because, you got years in the making, somebody's mental health or substance use, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're being programmed over the years to be something you're not. And then all of a sudden you got to go head to head with somebody that's telling you 28 days.
Then you're
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So even if you put together all the different levels of care, it's still not enough.
Yeah.
And then we start dealing with the housing. And the housing's really difficult. The demand is so high, but that the opportunity is very low compared to the demand. So I would love to be advocating for that.
Okay.
And see some policy changes in there. And I'm not being political. There's just a lot of money going all other places.
Yeah. Very bureaucratic. I mean, it's
Very
yeah, absolutely.
and then they sign something, all this money's tied to it. Well, how about tying some money if you're going to add stuff to it, the original bill or to housing? Because we do have a program and we have a state-funded contract at Mandala Healing Center, and it's called the South Florida Behavioral Health Network, and it's federally funded money through DCF, and the Behavioral Health Network is the managing identity for it. And the results that I see, because we can keep them 90 days, 120, are unbelievable in the long-term care and the long-term process and the importance of a routine, a discipline, a therapist, a licensed mental health counselor, trauma it's unbelievable. My last experience was a guy came in, he lost his ability to speak through an accident. The trauma was so severe, he crashed and suicidal, depression, he wouldn't speak. And to see him repaired, it's I get choked up. It's unbelievable. The magic that is there is unbelievable. So it's the housing for me and the stigma.
Yeah.
I do some things yearly. 3 years ago I started something, a fundraiser. It's called Stomping Out the Stigma.
Yeah, that's a great name.
And I walk all over.
Yeah.
Raising awareness to the stigma, alcoholism, drug addiction, mental health, human trafficking. It's big.
Yeah.
And the first responders came into the mix too, because you got to say you're good or fine.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just not good.
No, you're spot on. And there's no doubt that housing is paramount to seeing folks finish their recovery process, and we see that it's a huge barrier to getting there. So we'd love to see more work done, more money put into housing for our homeless and for our substance use folks. What data do you track? A lot of data when you're out in the community, or what data do you think should be tracked to reveal some of these disparities in access?
That's a great question. I know there's the Recovery Capital Index, right? A lot of people are starting to use that, and I think that's great. But that's kind of like something I'm really not familiar with because I'm a hands-on guy. I'm a frontline guy, and I believe in the power of hope.
Absolutely.
I believe in the power of honey versus vinegar because I believe in the opposite of addiction, which is repair and connection.
Absolutely.
And everybody's been seeking, a lot of addicts we're all seeking that connection, that pat on the back, that sense of belonging, like a 12-step program. I'm big in that.
Absolutely.
And everywhere I go, any meeting I go to, I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah.
I'm always home.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I went to one this morning that the conference had at 7 in the morning, and it was packed.
Yeah.
And the meeting was just so inspirational. And a lot of people that were disconnected said, this is why I come here, because prior to this meeting, I felt disconnected. But thank you for showing up, everybody. Thank you for connecting me again. So that stat thing, that's just not but that's cool if it is, because I think you're living what you have, your ability.
Yeah.
You're living in your moment. My moment is doing what I'm doing right now. One of your associates said, you want any questions? I said, nah, just respond to what he asked me.
Let's go. Yeah. So, repair and connection, folks. Repair and connection.
100%.
I love it. I love
100%.
it. Tim Roberto, Community Liaison and Cultural Development with Mandala Healing Center out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Tim, I really appreciate your time, and I love what you're doing for the culture. Keep it up, and thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for doing what you're doing, too. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you.